outside of our comfort of our zone of comfort, we have to understand where our routines are in life. And when we understand where our routines are in life, then we begin to break them. But if you're doing the same thing every single day, you don't even know you're in a routine because that's what you're doing. Let's take, you all go out, you purchase, some people brush their teeth. How many brush their teeth with Crest? I use Crest. Okay? And they're like, James, why do you use Crest? I use Crest because my parents used Crest. Why in the world did they use Crest? Because their parents used Crest. And way back in the day, there were only 3 TV stations, ABC, NBC, and CBS. Who advertised on TV? Crest. That's what we used. But my daughter, she's 37 now, she went to Florida State, and she started using Colgate. Like, what the? How you start using Colgate? But what she did was, she was getting 2 for 99 cents in college, so she was smart about her money. Now I've got a granddaughter who's now 15. What do you think she's using? They live in Dallas. They are no longer allowed to come to Florida at our house. You can't start something new, but it's a routine. So we use Crest. I go into a store, CVS, Walgreens, whatever, and I purchase Crest now. So that's a routine. How many of you have grocery stores? You go to the same grocery store, right? You go down the same aisles looking for something different. There's nothing different in those aisles. If you want something different, you got to go to a different store, right? Because the aisles will be different. But we're so used to going to the same place. It's just a zone of comfort where it's a routine. Other routines we have spiritual comfort zones. Some of you all go to church on a Saturday, on a Sunday, on a Wednesday, whenever, and we go in and, we hear the pastor and he's got, similar messages that we hear. But when we go into church, usually you have your own seat that you go in there. And so if you walk in there and somebody's in your seat, it's like, excuse me, sir. You must be a visitor up in this camp. Because that's my seat. You try to be nice about it, but you might have to scoot over a little bit because that's me. But it's a spiritual comfort. It's a zone. It's a routine. And then the biggest routine we have is racial comfort zones. That is the biggest routine that we have. And I spend a lot of times in the lunchrooms of America. If you go into any lunchroom, and now it's, the middle schools, you can go there, the high schools, even the colleges. When you go in there and you actually observe things, you'll notice that people sit with folks who look like them. So it's like I got white people in one corner, I got the Hispanics over there, I got the Asians over there, I got the blacks over there. So I have, there's different zones of comfort. And why do people sit with people who look like them? They sit with people who look like them and act like them because they are comfortable. And they say, well, James, I know you've been to some of the historically black colleges and universities. Yes. He said, well, we don't have that. Oh, yes, you do. I've got the light-skinned blacks over here, the dark-skinned blacks over there. They still separate themselves. You got your cutie pies and who else? We're still separated. It's still a separation because we're comfortable. And the only way that we can break out of that comfort zone is we've got to know it's there. So now when you go to lunch and you're in the colleges or even in your work environment, see where people sit and how they congregate. And then we separate after that. And we get together and do all that.